Sisterhood podcast. We are your hosts, Maddie and Kait, and we are here to chat about all things motherhood, faith-infused entrepreneurship, and lots of real life.
We want you to leave feeling loved, encouraged, and a whole bunch of excitement for where the Lord has you right in this moment. We are so glad you are here.
So grab your coffee, matcha, tea, whatever makes you happy, and let's hang out and indulge in some joyful conversations.
Welcome to the Refined Sisterhood podcast. I'm Maddie, and this is Kait.
Woo!
And we get to chat about Kaitlin's story today. We get to talk all about you today. You excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Woo! Okay, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Maddie, I got all my Christmas shopping done yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling real good today. I'm excited about that.
I bought Keegan's, but which doesn't matter because he's 6 months old. And that's about it. So
you're doing great.
Yay for that. Okay, I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions so people can just like get to know you in a chill way, you know?
Ready to go.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Go to coffee order.
Okay, this is a long one. It's
Lord.
venti. It's a venti iced sugar cookie latte with oat milk, sweet cream cold foam, and cinnamon powder on top.
Bougie. Okay, Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Dunkin'.
Who drinks Dunkin'? If you drink Dunkin',
Sean does.
I'm judging you. Please don't leave, but I'm judging you.
Sean literally prefers Dunkin', and I'm like, what in the world?
That's disgusting.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
I'm savory.
Every snack I eat is sweet. If it's not cookies, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
No.
Any fun plans for this week? This is the last one.
No, I don't think so.
When do you start like your Christmas shenanigans?
Actually, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I do have a family thing this Saturday, and I'm hoping to go see lights. And I bought me and Hunter gingerbread. Well, it's not a gingerbread house; it's a gingerbread football stadium because I figured he would want
that. Yeah, so. That will make it more appealing to him for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to dive right in. We're going to get to know Kaitlin, and I'm really pumped because she's super awesome, and you get to learn a lot about her today. So,
yay!
Okay, first question. What led you to where you are now?
Okay, well, I was born. No, I'm just kidding. We joked about that.
Starting from the beginning.
I was born in the hospital in 1996.
We don't have time for this. Fast forward a few years.
Yes. Okay, so just a little kind of background information. I've always been super artistic and independent, and I don't know, my personality is just very outgoing and like wants to be different, wants to do exciting, new, unique things. And so growing up, I played sports, but I also loved art and I loved to sing. And that's just always been my personality, is I'm a very multi-passionate person. So when I decided to go to college, I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do. I originally tried to go for music education. Don't know why I did that. I know nothing about playing any instruments, and I don't think I did very good on the test that they tried to give me. They were like, yeah, you're going to have to start from like 3-year-old piano lessons. But anyways, yeah, so tried to do that. But before I even went to college, realized that's not what I want to do. And I went on the website and I just picked one. And it just so happened to be marketing, which thank God, I think it was definitely a Jesus-led decision.
Yes.
Because I didn't know what marketing was, but it sounded cool. And so I went to college for marketing and wound up, it was what I needed. Definitely my personality. It opened my mind to like all the different jobs I could have. Like I loved branding, which ironically I've created 2 brands now.
Yes.
So, I remember learning all about like business and stuff. And I really loved learning all about that stuff. And while I was in college, I had a big dream laid on my heart, and I thought it was crazy at the time. But basically the root of it was that I wanted to own something that its purpose was like for the Lord. And at the time it was not like what we're doing now. It was very different because I didn't really know what that even meant. And so just in my head, I had this dream and I explained it to my roommate and I was like, this is what I want to do. And she was like, okay, I mean, that's cool. That was a big dream. So basically just kind of like left that in the back of my head. Got an internship with a company doing marketing, wound up getting a full-time job. And needless to say, that was great because I was doing social media. But after about a year and a half, I hit extreme burnout. One, from just doing social media all the time was exhausting. And two, I could not stand I couldn't stand working in a corporate environment. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
It ain't it.
No, it definitely wasn't it. And so in the mix of all of that, I kind of discovered photography. I asked my mom for a camera, played around for about a year. And then around the time that I started to actually try to build my business, ironically, that's when you hopped in my life in like the photography world. And so I did it for about a year without like actually trying to build a business. And then we kind of like played off each other. Yeah. Just like we ran with it together. And so built my photography business and quit my full-time job. Thank God. Thank God. And I just went for it. I was incredibly blessed. I had tons of weddings, and I don't know, it was crazy to me how fast I grew after I really like put my mind to it. And so that all happened. And then I realized in the midst of all that my heart was more for the people, and I grew a lot in Christ and realized I really wanted it to be for like his purpose. And so long story short, I basically wanted to make my photography business something that would glorify him, and just wanted to show people the love of Jesus. And eventually that dream came back in the back of my head, and I started talking to you a little bit about that, and it turns out we have a very similar dream. And so
very much so.
So whenever we figured all that out, basically that's kind of how I got here. That's how the Refined Sisterhood started. And I still every single day want to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord and live his will. And I know that we've prayed that over and over and over and over, that whatever we do, it would be his will. Whatever decisions that we decide to make in the Refined Sisterhood, it would be his will. And I pray that this could be our number one job one day, because I love it. I love serving business owners, and I love serving photography clients too. I love serving women of God and just women as a whole. I love loving people. So
yes,
that's what got me
here. Yay. You did good. You did really good. I love that. And I've gotten to be alongside Kaitlin this whole journey of watching her go to college and graduating, going into a corporate job, and watching her be in that season of burnout, and then starting a photography business and getting to do that like side by side, and then watching her now do the Refined Sisterhood like together. So she's killing it, and it's been awesome to watch you grow. And okay. What is one thing about yourself that you're really proud of?
So this one is very personal, but the one thing that I'm really proud of is the ability to love myself for who God made me to be. When I was younger, I think I struggled a lot with like my body image, which if some people like saw pictures of me, they would be like, what? You were like a tiny little stick, which that comment is one of the reasons that I was so self-conscious. But basically over the years, I have learned to love myself for who I am and who God made me to be. And that started at a very young age with more like body image stuff. And then, you know, as you get older, you kind of like look around and you try to find your identity in so many other people and so many different things. And I mean, for a long time, I just identified myself as a high school athlete who went to church and hung out with her friends. Like, I didn't really have that identity in Christ, and I didn't really love myself for who I was in Christ. And it was more about like the outside, which when you're a kid, that makes sense. Like, you're very worried about those kind of things. Right. But I know that when I was younger, body image was a big thing for me. And when I was like college age was when I really started to like tune into not just like who I was on the outside, but I was reading my Bible more, and I was learning who I was in Jesus. And that in and of itself, like, helped me love who I am inside more. And I think I changed a lot through college. My personality changed. My heart changed a lot. And I think that over time, I realized like I can love myself for who God made me to be. And I don't have to be like these other people. I don't have to, you know, worry about who other people think I am. And that's a big thing. And I know that a lot of people struggle with like loving themselves because they struggle with their body image and they struggle with things. And I've always been really good at being confident in myself, even when I did have like, I struggled with that. I have been, over the years, I've been able to be more and more confident in myself. And now like I can stand next to someone who is maybe skinnier than me or my definition of prettier than me or whatever, and just be like, you go girl, like you look great, but so do I. Like, and I don't say that in a prideful way. I say that like, God made me to look like this, and he made me to feel this way on the inside, and he gives me the desires of my heart, and I can love myself and not try to make myself into who God doesn't want me to be and try to be like the person next to me. So I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, this is one thing that like, yeah, Kaitlin can say it all day long, but being her friend, she truly like, it is crazy how she is so secure in who she is in herself and in the Lord. And when I tell you, this girl literally like maybe she has insecurities, but I mean, if she does not show them at all, because even watching her go through pregnancy where your body changes and watching her be like, yeah, girl, I got the stretch mark and I don't care. Like, I am not like that. And like, this is something I look at to Kaitlin, and I wish I could be more like.
Oh, wow, I'm going to cry.
Because she's always been like this. And you've grown a lot in it too, specifically over the last few years. And I think that just comes with maturity, but also in knowing who you are in the Lord. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so if you need like to know who you are in the Lord, and you need like just to feel secure, hang out with Kaitlin, because she will hype you up, but she also knows she looks good too, and she's proud of it, and she should be. And so I wish I could be more like you in this.
Yeah, I don't let my friends talk down to themselves. They know I'll yell at them. I'll be like, no, honey, you look good. You are beautiful. Yes. You are loved. Like, yes. I'll go on and on.
Yeah, she's hype queen to the max for sure. So if you need a hype queen, get on Kaitlin, because she got you. Okay. I also think we should talk a lot more eventually about what you just said about. Yeah. Because you should talk about it, not me, because I still struggle with this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for sure. You don't I think too, like, social media is so powerful right now, and it can be really detrimental to who we are, and we get on there and see the best versions of people's lives. And for some people, if you're not secure in who you are in the Lord, it's really easy to let that get to you and be like, my life isn't as good. My house isn't as big. My house isn't as pretty. I don't look like that. I'm fat. Like, you can just go on and on and on, because it is, you just go down this rabbit hole. But you've done a really good job about just knowing who you are. So, okay. Before I make you cry.
I know, right? Oh my
gosh. Okay. Next question. What is one insecurity you have that you have worked through to feel confident?
Speaking of insecurities.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely have insecurities. One that I have struggled with for years, and I'm an Enneagram 2, which AKA means I want to put myself last and put everybody else in front of me and just literally serve, and basically people please, which is not a good attribute to have. People pleasing is something that, it's an insecurity sort of that I've faced, of like, I need to feel loved in order to like feel secure. And so I need to do things for people in order to make them, or to make myself feel loved, if that makes sense. Like, I need to, for instance, I need to get you coffee so that you'll tell me, wow, thank you so much, so that I'll feel better about myself. And so that's something that I dealt with for years. And I probably worked through it over the last, maybe like 2 years ago. I probably hit my, I'm not insecure about that anymore. But I will say, people pleasing is something that I have struggled with because I want to feel loved. And I remember I was back in college, and one of the things that I've always been good at, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I've always been someone that I've been there for people, and I have given them advice, and like I've always just been there for people. And that in turn would sometimes turn into like people taking advantage of me, even if they didn't know that they were, because there were some situations that I felt like I needed to do something for them because they asked me to do it and they were basically taking advantage of me and they probably didn't even know it. But specifically back in college, I had this one night where I was sitting in the truck with Hunter, my husband, and someone had texted me something, and I think it just like, it hurt me in a way, and I can't even remember what the text was. I can't even remember. I remember who it was, but that doesn't matter. But basically it was something, and I told Hunter what it was, and he looked at me and he was like, Kaitlin, you cannot let people run all over you. You've got to stop trying to please everybody else and stand up for yourself and just like stop. And that has stuck with me for so long. I give Hunter all the what's the word?
Credit?
All the credit, yes, for kind of getting rid of that insecurity. But literally he told me that, and from then on out, it was something that I like try to remember every single day. Like, you don't have to people please in order to feel loved. Like, you are loved by the Lord. Yeah. You are loved by your true friends. You are loved by, at the time, Hunter was my boyfriend. And I didn't need to like find that security in like doing things for other people. And literally, like, I remember I used to explain it as like people would walk over me like a doormat, and I would just let them because I would do whatever I could so that I could feel loved. And so anyways, I worked through that in college, and I don't know, I guess it was Hunter being my hype man that kind of like he was always there to be like, Kaitlin, you stand up for yourself. And now, y'all, it backfired. I stand up to him all the time, and
he's like, oh Lord,
he's like, oh shoot. But anyways, yeah. So I definitely was able to work through that, and it's not just Hunter that got me through that. It was definitely something that like the Lord did something in my heart to help me realize like there are certain things that you don't need to do in order to feel loved. Like, you are loved already. You can say no, and so yeah, that's kind of something that I've worked through. And now I feel way more confident, and I feel like I'm able to say no to people. I definitely I do not let people walk all over me. I've become much more, we'll say confident, but also like I can be confrontational and I can be honest with people. And I don't know what it is, but something flipped in me. And so I give all the credit to the Lord and to my husband, because they definitely both help me feel secure and help me feel loved without having to people please. So
yeah, I feel that like that comes with just growing up too.
Yeah.
For sure, because it is hard when you like the desire of your heart is to just love people. But and I know for you, like I remember you used to say, you would be like, I'm in a bad headspace, or I just am off, because you would say that you feel like you haven't like loved people well enough, or you feel like you haven't texted people enough. And
I literally used to text someone every day and be like, hey, I just want you to let you know I love you so much, and I hope you're doing good, and how can I pray for you, and blah, blah, blah. Literally every day I would send like 5 people that text message.
Yeah. And they were not like, you know, a sentence. It was literally a book. And so that is just like, I know it's a lot. And so you definitely have grown a lot in that. And I feel like it's one of those things you're just going to keep evolving and growing in. So anyways, okay. Last question. What is one piece of advice you would give our listeners?
No doubt, surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you and your dreams. I'm a big believer in surrounding yourself with people who genuinely love you and support your dreams, and who don't try to bring you down or compare themselves to you. I believe this so wholeheartedly. I can't even stress it enough. If you have someone in your life who is not supporting you and who is not like there for you, cheering you on and loving you and helping you and encouraging you, please get rid of them. I'm just going to be honest.
In the nicest way possible.
Yeah, in the nicest way possible. I'm not talking about family members here. I'm talking about like friends.
Especially like close friends.
Close friends who do not drag you down. Please do not let people drag you down, because that breaks my heart for someone to like let someone drag them down. Please find those friends who are the bomb, they exist. Trust me, I have Maddie and lots of others.
Yeah, I agree. I not agree about me, but like agree that you should surround yourself with people that, you know, just come in behind you, rally around you, and just cheer you on. And because there are times where we can get in our head, and it's just really good to like, you know, have those people that are like, not today, Satan, and can just cheer you on and support you and just like love the living heck out of you. So
Yes.
I agree so much. So I hope you guys got something out of Kaitlin's story, and I feel like you probably did because she's awesome and she gave a lot of like real life stuff. Yeah, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I think I'm good. I'm glad y'all got to know me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to continue to get to know y'all.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I almost said thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, you're watching. But thank you for listening. We're so glad that you're here, and we love you guys so much. Our next episode will be next Wednesday, so stay tuned. But until then, hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
We had so much fun getting to hang out with you today, and we hope that you're feeling encouraged, loved, and full of purpose.
If you've enjoyed today's podcast episode, we would absolutely love it if you would write us a review so that we can hear how we encouraged you. And if you haven't subscribed, go do that right now. Also, you can join the sisterhood by finding us on Instagram at The Refined Sisterhood.
Okay, friend, we hope you have the best week, and we will see you in the next episode.